Good morning and welcome to my digital classroom. And of course, today we'll discuss a very important part of digital electronics, that is combinational logic circuits. Okay. Now, actually, digital circuit or digital systems consist of two types of circuit. One is combinational logic circuit and another one is sequential logic circuit. Now, in combinational logic circuit, the output at any time depends on the input at that time. But in case of sequential logic circuit, output depends on the present input and the previous output of that circuit. Okay. So this is the basic difference between the combinational circuit and sequential logic circuit. Today basically we will start the combinational logic circuit. After that later on we will discuss the sequential logic circuit. Now what are the examples of the combinational logic circuits? The basic examples of the combinational logic circuits, these are adder, subtractor, then multiplexer, demultiplexer, decoder, encoder, parity generator, parity checker, etc. Okay. Now what are the examples of the sequential logic circuit? Sequential logic circuit examples are latches, then flip-flops, then registers, counters, etc. we will discuss later. Okay. Now today we will start the basic combinational logic circuit. These are adders and subtractor. Okay. Now before coming to the adder or subtractor circuit, we will discuss the procedure for designing combinational logic circuit, which is the important part here. The procedure for the designing of combinational logic circuit. So I am writing heading here, then we will discuss the procedure and accordingly we will design adder circuit and subtractor circuit. Now procedure for the design of combinational logic circuits. Okay. Now here stepwise we will discuss. Now here the first step to design the combinational logic circuit is that the drawing of the block diagram, or from the given word description of the problem we need to identify the inputs, we need to identify outputs. Okay. So based on the inputs and outputs we need to draw the block diagram. Okay. So first step is block diagram. For example, suppose we are interested to design adder circuit. Okay. Now in adder circuit we know what are the inputs. Suppose we are taking two inputs, so A and B. So this A is operand and B is addend. Okay. Now these two are input. Now what are the outputs? Obviously adder circuit means it will produce the summation of A and B. That means Y is equals to A plus B. Another output for this adder circuit, obviously it is carry, because if we want to add 1 plus 1, so it is summation is 0 and with carry 1. Okay. Now what are the inputs here? A and B, and what are the outputs? Y, that is, or we can represent it by S, that is summation, and C, that is carry. So two input, two outputs. We need to design block diagram using this word description of the problem. Okay. Now second step is very important part of this procedure, that is truth table. Okay. We need to draw the truth table. Now truth table we know that is easy means of representing any switching functions of n variable. This is the definition of the truth table. Okay. Now truth table basically represent the input and output, means output for the particular input combination. Okay. What are the possible input combinations are there? We will write, and the corresponding output we need to write. Okay. So this is the complete representation of any switching function of n variable. So second I am writing truth table. Now third point or third step, we need to write the logical expression of. Now after drawing the truth table of a particular problem, so obviously from the output expression and input combinations we can write the logical expression for that. Okay. So logical expression. the keywords only. Okay. Now after getting the logical expression, what we have to do? We need to simplify this logical expression. Simplification of the logical expression. Now simplification, we know we can simplify any logical expression by using Boolean algebra or by using truth K-map method. So after getting the logical expression, we need to simplify. So simplification. In short, I am writing simplification of logical expression. Okay. Now after getting the simplified version of the logical expression of that particular circuit, what we have to do? We need to design the circuit using logic gates. This is the final one. So designing or design using logic gates. Okay. So these are the basic procedure to design any circuit. Okay.
Now first we will discuss half adder. Now half adder is the simplest combinational logic circuit that performs arithmetic operations of two binary digits. Okay, you must remember half adder performs the arithmetic operations of two binary digits. That means what are the inputs? How many inputs? Two inputs. Okay, now if you represent two inputs as A and B, okay. Now we need to identify the outputs also, because we need to, according to the procedure, we need to draw the block diagram or the symbol for the half adder. Now if we draw the block diagram for half adder, so according to the definition, there are two inputs A and B. Now output obviously summation of A and B. Now another output, it is carry. Okay, because if we add A and B, that is 1 and 1. If A is 1 and B is 1, so obviously summation is 0 and carry is 1. Okay, so how many outputs are there? Two outputs. How many inputs? From the definition, that is two inputs. Okay, so this is the block diagram for the half adder. Okay. Now, after designing the block diagram, what is the next procedure? We need to draw the truth table for the half adder. Okay. So if we draw the truth table for the half adder, so here inputs and output. Okay, so what are the inputs here and what are the outputs here? Input A and B, that is augment and addend, and output is summation S and carry C. Okay. Now truth table, we know the easy means of possible combinations. Okay. Now possible combinations for the easy means of representing any switching expression of n variable. Okay, so what are the possible combinations of inputs? That is 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. Okay, now what is 0 plus 0? That is 0. Summation is 0 and carry is also 0. Now what is 0 plus 1? 1, carry is 0. Now what is 1 plus 0? That is 1, carry is 0. And what is 1 plus 1? That is summation is 0 and carry is 1. Okay. So this is the truth table for the half adder. Okay. Now we need to design the logic expression. Okay. Now before coming to the logic expression, now we just observe the truth table. What is happening here in this output? Now you can see here that is AC is 1, that is summation is 1 when the either of two inputs is 1. You can see here this is 1, here A is 0, B is 1, and this is 1, A is 1, B is 0. Okay, so if you see all those 4 combinations, okay, so it is coming, output is coming 1 when any one of input is 1. Okay, but for the remaining 2 combinations, so A, B 0, summation is 0, A, B 1, 1, summation is also 0. Okay, now one can identify, so which logic gate operation is this? Obviously it is XOR gate. Okay, now we'll come to the designing for the half adder circuit. Now before that we need to design the logic expression. Okay, so logic expression, obviously the summation, this expression is nothing but the logic expression for the XOR gate circuit. Okay, so XOR gate expression we can write, that is S is equals to A B bar plus A bar B. Okay, so that is in sum of product expression we can write this one. That means we need to identify for which combination S is 1 and we will sum up all these product term. Okay, so for this one it is A bar B, and for this one it is A B bar. Okay, and summing up this product term we will get the expression for the sum. Okay, S. Now similarly we need to get the expression for the C, that is carry. Now we need to check 1. So here C is 1 for this particular combination, A is 1 and B is 1. Okay, so C is, we can write simply AB. Okay, means summing up all those product term for which the output is 1. Okay, so here S is equals to A B bar plus A bar B and C is equals to AB. Okay, now don't confuse here, I am writing A B bar, but here one is A bar B. So this for this combination it is coming A bar B, and for this combination it is coming A B bar. Okay, so you may write here A bar B plus A B bar, same meaning. Okay, now these are the logic expression for the half adder. Now according to the procedure, what is the fourth step? What was the fourth step? That is simplification of logic expression either using Boolean algebra or using Kalman method. Now I think these are the simplified version. Okay, so we cannot simplify more. So here we can skip the fourth step. Now we will come to the fifth step. That means the designing the circuit using logic gate. So easily we can design this expression using logic gate. So this is the expression for the XOR gate. So we just draw two input XOR gate. What are the 2 inputs? That is A and B. So output S is equals to A B bar plus A bar B. Okay, and what is the expression for C? That is AB. So if we draw from here, so only using one AND gate we can write C is equals to AB. Okay, so this is the circuit for the half adder. Okay, clear? Now we will come to the full adder circuit. Okay. Now before coming to the full adder circuit, we need to discuss the realization of half adder using NAND gate. Okay. So we know NAND gate is a universal gate, NAND and not universal gate, so we can design any circuit using NAND or not. Okay. Now using NAND gate, how to design half adder? Now what is the expression for the half adder? We have seen that is S is equals to A B bar plus A bar B and C is equals to AB. Okay. Now these 2 expressions we need to design using NAND gate only. Okay. Now we know how to design. So we will start from the final stage. Okay. So we can use only NAND gate. So this is the 2 input NAND gates we are taking at the final stage, and we are writing that is S is equals to A B bar plus A bar B. Finally, we need to get this expression. Okay. A B bar plus A bar B. Now this expression we have to write in terms of NAND output. NAND output means that is product of these 2 inputs and complement. Okay. So this can be written as A B bar whole bar into A bar B whole bar. Now you see this one. From this line we can write this line also using De Morgan's theorem. Okay. Now if you see this one, so after applying De Morgan's theorem, so we will get A B bar double bar plus A bar B double bar. So double bar, double complement, it is cancel each other. So it is finally we are getting the NAND output in this type. Okay. So what is the advantage to write this expression? So we just can write this output, that is input multiplication, and we are just simply complementing. Okay. So what are the 2 inputs? So here it is easily we can write that is A B bar and another input is A bar B whole bar. So these 2 are inputs and we will get this is the output. Okay. Now this expression we can draw using NAND easily. So if we write, okay, now if we write 2 inputs are, that is A and A B bar. Okay. Now if we feed in one input is A and another input is A B bar, so we will get A B bar whole bar. Okay. Now we will come to this expression later. Okay. So first I am drawing the circuit here. So similarly, if we write here, that is A B bar and another input is V. Okay. Now to A B bar we can simply get from the NAND output by applying input A and input B here. So finally we will get here. Okay, we can write. So this is AB. So output is AB bar. Now this AB bar are the input of these 2 NAND gate. Now this is A. So we can just simply join this line. Okay. Now this is another. Now you may ask that how this is coming. Obviously we will check here. Now if we just numbering, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 NAND gates are used here for the designing of half adder circuit. Okay. Now here also one thing you must notice, we need to design C. C is what? AB. Okay. So AB means you can get AB using NAND gate. So here we are getting A B bar. So A B bar, it is nothing but if we take in this way, that means inverter. So this is the NOT gate using NAND gate. Okay. So what is the input here? A B bar. So what is the output here? Obviously C is equals to AB. This is the NAND inverter. Okay. Now we need to check the output of 2 and output of 3. Okay. So we are writing here output of the NAND 2. Okay. So what are the inputs here we are using? A and AB bar. So according to the NAND gate, A dot AB bar whole bar. So this is the output of the 2. Okay. Now here after simplification using De Morgan's theorem, so it is coming a bar plus ab. Okay, after applying the De Morgan's theorem here, now you remember the Boolean algebra. Okay, and what is the rules here? A plus a bar b is equals to a plus b. Now we will apply this law here. Okay, Boolean law here, that is a plus a bar b is equals to a plus b. So what we will get? We will get a bar plus b. Okay. Now again we will apply the De Morgan's theorem here. A bar plus b is nothing but a b bar whole bar. Okay. Now we apply De Morgan's theorem here. That is a bar plus b double bar. So it is coming a bar plus b. Okay. So what is coming here? Finally we are getting a b bar whole bar. Now we have written. Okay. Now wherever you will find this type of XOR expression, so we can design this XOR circuit using minimum number of NAND gates. Okay, you have to follow this connections. Okay, if we directly write, that is input is A, another input is B bar. Okay, so in that case, if we check, that is more number of NAND gates are using. Okay, but using this connection, we can use the less number of NAND gates here. Okay, so that is obviously our motto is to design any circuit using less number of logic gates. Okay, so here we can design easily, that is S is equals to AB bar plus A bar B and C is equals to AB. Okay, so here we can get the output of 3. Output of 3, that is NAND gate output. In the same way we can, if we apply the De Morgan's theorem and apply the Boolean laws and rules, obviously we will get the output of NAND gate 3, it is A bar B whole bar. Okay, so this is the realization using NAND gate for the half adder circuit. Now after that we will discuss that full adder circuit.
Now after designing the block diagram, we need to draw the truth table for the full adder. Okay, so we are drawing the full adder truth table. So there are 3 inputs and 2 outputs. A, B, C, I and summation S and C, O. Now what are the possible combinations of inputs? So first I am writing the possible combinations of input, that is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1, 1. Okay. Now summation of A plus B plus C, that is 0 plus 0 plus 0, that is 0, and what is the carry output, that is also 0. Now 0 plus 0 plus 1, that is 1, carry output is 0. 0 plus 1 plus 0, 1, that is carry output is 0. 0 plus 1 plus 1, summation is 0, carry output is 1. 1 plus 0 plus 0, that is 0, carry output is 1. Now 1 plus 0 plus 1, summation is 0, carry output is 1. Here it is summation is 1, carry output is 0. Okay. Now 1 plus 0, that is 0, carry output is 1. Now last one is summation 1, carry output is 1. So this is the truth table of full adder. Now from this truth table of full adder, the logic expression of sum and logic expression of carry out, okay, we can write easily. How to write this logic expression for sum output? It is simply by summing up all those input combinations for which the sum output is 1. Okay, again I am repeating, by summing up all those input combinations for which the sum output is 1. Okay, this is how we can get the logic expression for the sum output. Okay, so first we'll check how many ones are there in this column of the sum output. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many product term will be there? Because we are representing in terms of sum of product. Okay, so the total 4 product terms will be there in the expression of S. Okay, now so for this one, what is the input combination for this corresponding one? It is 0, 0, 1. That means A is 0, B is 0 and Ci is 1. Okay, so how to write expression for this? How to write the product term? So it is A bar, B bar and Ci. So I am writing a logic expression, that is AS is equals to A bar, B bar, Ci. This is for the first one. Now for this one, what is the corresponding input combinations? A bar, B, Ci bar. So plus A bar, B, Ci bar. Now for this next one, so third one, corresponding input combinations A, B bar, Ci bar. So A, B bar, Ci bar. And for this one, it is A, B, Ci. So it is A, B and Ci. Okay. Now this is the logic expression for the sum output. Now according to the procedure, we need to simplify this expression before designing using logic gates. Okay. So from the first two term, if we take A bar common, so we will get B bar Ci plus B Ci bar. And from the last two terms, if we take A common, so we will get B bar Ci bar plus B Ci. Okay. Now, what is B bar Ci plus B Ci bar? So that is the XOR expression. Okay. So A B bar plus A bar B like this. Okay. So this is XOR expression. So we can write that is B XOR Ci. Okay. Now from the second term, so this is what? AB plus A bar B bar. So that is the expression for what? XNOR gate. Okay. So XNOR gate expression, that is XNOR of V Ci. Okay. Now let V XOR Ci is equals to X. Okay. So from this line, so we can write A bar X plus A X bar. Now why we are taking V XOR Ci is equal to X? So we need to get this type of expression. So which expression is this? Same we can see, that is the expression for the XOR gate. That is A B bar plus A bar B like this. Okay. So this is simply we can write XOR of A and X. Okay. Now if we put value of X here in this line, so we will get A XOR, what is X? X is B XOR Ci. So A XOR B XOR Ci. So this is the final expression for the sum output of the full adder, that is A XOR B XOR Ci. So A is one input, B is second input and Ci is the third input. Okay. Now similarly, we need to find the logic expression for the C out. Okay. So I am writing logic expression for the C out here. So how to get the logic expression in the same way? That means by summing up all those input combinations for which the carry output is 1. So for which carry output is 1 means, so for this one, what is the corresponding combinations of input? So this is the corresponding combination, that is A bar B Ci. So I am writing A bar B Ci plus for this one, what is the corresponding input combination? So this is A B bar Ci. So A B bar Ci plus for this one, what is the corresponding input combinations? A B Ci bar. So it is A B and Ci bar. And last term, that is ABC. So it is A B Ci. Okay. Now we need to simplify this expression either using Boolean algebra or using K-map method. Now both the method we will check here. Okay. Now see this expression, how to simplify using Boolean algebra and De Morgan's theorem. So if we take common BCI from the first and last term, okay, from the first and last term we are taking common, that is VCI. So we will get A bar plus A. Okay. So we know A plus A bar, that is 1. Okay. So the remaining two terms I am simply copying here, that is A B bar Ci plus AB Ci bar. Okay. Now this is 1. A plus A bar, it is 1. Now from this BCI and AB bar Ci, from these two terms, if we take common Ci, so what we will get? So from these two terms, so we are taking common Ci. So we will get B plus here A B bar, and last term we are writing as it is, that is A B C I bar. Now why we are writing in this form, or why we are taking that is Ci common? So it is B plus B bar A. Now you remember the absorption law in Boolean algebra. What was the absorption law in Boolean algebra? So that is A plus A bar B is equals to nothing but A plus B. So that is one of the absorption law in Boolean algebra. So this is A plus A bar B is equals to A plus B. So here also if you compare this expression with this one, so what we will get? B plus B bar A. That means it is same, that is B plus A. Okay. So here we are writing this expression. So C out is equals to Ci into B plus A. Okay. And the last term we are writing as it is. So A B Ci bar. A B Ci bar. So we are multiplying this one. B Ci plus A Ci plus A B Ci bar. Okay. Now again from this last two terms, if we take common A, so we will get Ci plus Ci bar B. Okay. Now again we will apply the absorption law. This law will apply here. So what will be the expression for that? So Ci plus Ci bar B. That means A plus A bar B. So it is equals to A plus B, and here it will be, we are writing this one, BCI plus A into, so Ci plus B. Okay. So what was the final expression for that? BCI plus ACI plus AB. Okay. So this is the simplified expression for the carry out. Okay. And this one is the simplified expression for the sum output. Okay. Now we need to design these two outputs using logic gates. Okay. Now I have written the expression for the sum output and carry output here. Now we can get this expression or this simplified expression using K-map simplification method also. Okay. Now we will discuss how we will get the this expression using K-map simplification. So using K-map simplification. Now how many inputs are there? Here 3 inputs are there. So 3 variable K-map we will use here. So for this 3 variable, how many cells will be there in K-map? So obviously 2 power 3, that means 8 cells will be there. Okay. So for the representation of column I am taking AB, and for the rows I am taking, that is Ci. Okay. Now here it is 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, and here it is 0 and 1. Okay, so cell numbering it is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Now for the better understanding, I am writing here 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. Okay, now we will put 1 for those values of s. For which values of s we will put s is equals to 1. So for this second, this is 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Okay, so these are the numbering or the decimal equivalent. So I am writing this one is for decimal equivalent 1, so it is 1. Okay, and this one is for decimal equivalent, that is 2. Okay, so I am writing 1 here. Now for this one 4, so for cell number 4, and this one is cell number 7, so this is the cell number 7. So 1 2 3 4, and remaining cells I am putting 0. Okay, now we'll check is there any possibility to form octet? Obviously no. Is there any possibility to form quad? No. Is there any possibility to form pair? No, pair is also not possible. So all those ones are isolated here. Okay, so for this isolate one, just we are making circle and we will write the expression. Okay, so s is equals to, so for this one a bar b bar ci. Okay, a bar b bar ci. For this one it is a bar b ci bar. So a bar b ci bar. For this one it is a b c. So a b c I, and for this one it is a b bar c I bar. So a b bar c I bar. Okay, so from here also if you take a bar common, so we will get b bar ci and b ci bar, and here also if you take common a, so bc plus b bar c bar. Okay, so finally we will get the same expression, that is a zor b zor ci. Okay, now if we use the K-map simplification method for the carry out, now we will check what will happen, what will be the expression for that. So here it is AB and this is CI. The same way I am writing 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1 here and 0 1. Okay, now we will check the C out column. Okay, C out column. So this is 1. For which combination this is 1? So it is 0 1 1. So 0 1 1 means decimal equivalent, that is 3. So for 3 it is 1. So which one is 3? 0 1 2 3. So here we are writing 1. And this is 5. So 5 means 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and 6 and 7. So this is 6 and 7. Okay, so these are the cells which contains 1s, and the remaining cells it is containing zeros. Okay, now after putting zeros and 1 inside the table, the next step is to find is there any possibility to form octet? No. Is there any possibility to form quad? There is also no. Now is there any possibility to form pair? Obviously it is possible. So if we form pair, this 1 and 1, so we are just making pair. Now here also this 2 1 it can form a pair, and this 2 1 it can form a pair. So how many pairs are there? 3 pairs are there. Okay, now if we write the expression for C I am writing here, sorry, C out. Okay, so for this C out we will check the expression for that. Now if you take this pair first, okay, so for this pair what will be the expression, what will be the product term for that? So this 0 and 1 will be cancelled, then 1 is there, so B is 1 and this Ci is 1, so it is BCi plus for this pair AB and this Ci is eliminated here. Okay, so it is nothing but AB. And for this pair, this B is eliminated because B is 1 here, B is 0 here. So B is eliminated, so A will be the A and Ci. So it is A, Ci. So this is the simplified expression of C out using the KML method. Okay. Now we'll check what we have got using the Boolean algebra. So this is the same expression. Okay. AB plus BC plus CA. Okay. So AB plus BC plus CA. Same expression we have got here using KML simplification method. So we can follow any one of these two methods. Okay. For the simplification purpose. Now finally for the full adder we got these two expression for the two outputs. Okay, so two outputs are, one is for sum, another is for C out, carry out. Okay, now after simplification we need to design using logic gates. Okay, now if we check for the sum output A XOR B XOR C. Okay, so here using only one XOR gate, and we can say using only one 3 input XOR gate, because here how many inputs are there? 3 inputs. So using only one 3 input XOR gate we can design this circuit. Now here how many AND gate required? 1 to 3. So 3 AND gate is required, and to add these 3 product term we need to use one OR gate. Okay, so for this for the design purpose of C out, by using 3 AND gate and one OR gate we can design this C out. Okay, now we will check the diagram for that. Now how many inputs are there? 3 inputs. So first these 3 lines is for the 3 inputs. So it is A, it is B and it is Ci. Okay, now better to draw this C out first. Okay, so 3 AND gates is required, 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so first one is for BCI. So that is for B and that is for Ci. And second one is ACI. So this is for A and this is for Ci. And third one is for A and B. So this is for A and this is for B input. Okay, so finally we need to use one OR gate. So summation operation is performed here. So these 3 outputs from the AND gates we are just getting, that is C out. Okay, so this is the circuit connection for the C out. Okay, now we need to draw for the sum output also. So for the sum output we need to use one 3 input XOR gate. Okay, so 3 input XOR gate. So this is for Ci, this is for B and this is for A. And finally here we will get that is S is equals to A XOR B XOR Ci. Okay, so this is the circuit diagram for the full adder circuit, and finally we will get the two outputs here. One is for sum output and another is for C out. Okay, so this is all about of full adder circuit. Now here one thing,
one full adder can also be designed using two half adders. Okay, here this is the diagram how we are just designing a full adder using two half adders. Okay, so this is half adder 1. Now in half adder we know there are only two inputs A and B. There is no provision to add carry input from the previous positions. Okay, or previous lower order position. So here only two inputs A and B, and here one output, that is output for sum. So this is the symbol for summation, that is sum, and this is carry 1 from the half adder 1. Okay. Now this summation or addition of these two bits, it is coming to the one input of half adder 2. Okay, that means the output of half adder 1 or summation output of half adder 1, it is the one input of the half adder 2, and another input of the half adder 2, it is CI, that is the carry input. Okay, now after addition of these two A2 and B2, we are getting the final summation output. So this is the sum output. Okay, so this is sum output for the. Now from this means logic expression of half adders, we know that is output, summation output, it is nothing but A XOR B. Okay, so here it is A XOR B. Now it is again adding with the CI. So finally what we will get? Sum is equals to A XOR B XOR CI. So this is for the sum output. Okay, now similarly if we see for the carry output, so carry output of half adder 1 and carry output of half adder 2, if we add this, finally we will get Cout, that is AB plus BCI plus CIN. Okay, so this is how we can design one full adder using two half adders. Okay, now next lecture we will discuss the half subtractor and full subtractor. Now if this half adder and full adder, if it is clear, that in the same way we will try to design half subtractor and full subtractor.